We're going to go ahead and look at how to zoom in and out of an image. The first thing I want you guys to do is to go ahead and open up for me Wedding Large. Go select File, Open, or Control O, and you're going to see a file called Wedding Large. Let's go ahead and open that one up. When you first open up the image, you're going to be able to view the entire image on the screen. Again, if you're viewing in standard mode, which many of you guys might see it in this view, let's go ahead and expand it out. That way we can see the entire image. Again, the three options buttons are to minimize the image, to restore down or maximize, and to close out of this image. Right now we see the image in the screen in its entirety. What we're going to do is look at several ways to zoom in and out of the image. First way is go to View, and you can choose between zooming in and out. Since we've already zoomed out, let's go ahead and zoom in. As you can see, when we select this option, View, Zoom In, it takes us closer and closer and deeper inside the image where we can see a lot of the detail better. The other option is to go select View and Zoom Out. Now you'll note that there are keyboard shortcuts that associate with it. Control plus, by holding down Control and then holding and selecting plus, allows us to zoom in, and Control minus allows us to zoom out. It's a great tool that allows you to see what you're doing. Now, those are the view options, but a lot of times notice that it always centers in on the screen right where you are zooming in and out. In some cases, you might want to view the certain different areas of the screen. For example, maybe you want to view this married couple or the wedding couple over here. In that case, maybe you should use the Zoom tool. On the menu bar, go ahead and select the magnifying glass icon or the Zoom tool. This one is easy to remember since Zoom or Z. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. If you want to remember, Z is for zoom. And you'll notice that the mouse has changed. Whatever icon you had before, it is now set at a magnifying glass with a plus sign. What that means is whatever you click on the screen, it will zoom into that area. To zoom out, hold down Alt on your keyboard and it will change the function of that icon or of that zoom tool to zoom out, and that will allow you to zoom out. If you don't wish to hold down the Alt key, you can go up to the options bar and select the minus sign. That changes the behavior of the zoom tool, and now it's set to zoom out. This is also the default when you first select the zoom tool. Regardless of whether you want to zoom in or zoom out, it will now automatically by default select zoom out. It will remember this setting. Most of the time when you choose the zoom tool, you will probably want to zoom in, so let's go ahead and turn it back and change it back to the zoom in tool. More on the options panel. The next three options up here allows you to actually see the image in different ways. Actual pixels takes you from a 1-to-1 ratio. What that means is an image is made up of pixels. Pixels will be explained later in the coming videos. But understand that for every color you see or every area of the image is made up of a dot. And also on your screen, if you move your head or you bring a magnifying glass into the screen, you'll note that there are dots that make up your screen. So what happens is for every dot of the photograph, it appears for every dot of the screen. This is a 1-to-1 ratio. If you don't understand it now, we'll talk about it later. Fit screen allows it to zoom out so you can see the entire image. I'm going to zoom in again. My favorite keyboard shortcut for this option is Control 0. That allows me to go ahead and zoom in and out of the image. Another way to zoom in and out is when you have the tool selected, the zoom tool selected, you can also click and drag. At this moment I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the married couple by selecting the corner of that door and dragging down so I can see the entire couple. When I release, it zooms into that couple and allows me to see them in their zoomed in range. To zoom out, I'll just hold down Alt on my keyboard and zoom out. Let's go ahead and select Fit Screen, and that takes us back to the zoomed out feature. Another way to zoom in and out is by holding down Alt on your keyboard. If your mouse has a scroll wheel on it, at this moment you can scroll up and down. And the nice part is it will zoom in based upon where your mouse is. Go ahead and move your mouse in front of the couple, hold down Alt, and scroll up and down. Notice that the zooming in feature zooms in on wherever your mouse is.